Alright guys, welcome back to Tiger Woods 06. Been a little bit since played, but there's just been a lot of stuff going on, so we're gonna go ahead and do Chad McGuinness. It's up the ante without a net. I was scrolling through the menu here, just going down to his name so it'd be ready when I started recording. And the analog stick, something was going on and it wouldn't stop going down. Then I went back up, it wouldn't stop going up. I was like, oh no.
Welcome to magnificent.
So if I have any crazy swings, that's probably why.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, next up on the tee, Ted Underwood.
What? That's not his name at all. They said Ted Underwood. His name is Chad McGuinness. What?
I want to say it's about 120 yards.
Alright. It was uphill 15 feet, so I figured,
Didn't
you
hit it
know,
that great, but he caught a break in the rough.
should be okay, but yeah, it's not.
This is a birdie putt. That's
Ooh.
it.
That barely went in. But the U.S. Open just finished up. One of the busy things that I had was just watching that. But oh man, okay, wasn't that bad. It was definitely something to see. You know, so many people rooting for Mickelson because it's the only major he hasn't won now. But unfortunately, by the end, he almost missed the cut. And then I think at the end of the fourth round, he was plus 7 or 8, one of the two. But it's always next year.
Great effort. Not sure what happened there. That's a bogey.
Then after, let's see, the first round.
That's what
I probably won't be able to remember everything, but
you birdie, birdie, birdie.
who was in the lead at the first round? I think they were only minus
The fun starts here.
3 or 4 after the first round. I can't remember who it was. God dang it. Dang, who was it? I cannot remember, but I know after the second round it was Bland. I can't remember his first name, but he's 48. They said he was the oldest 36-hole leader in a U.S. Open that there's ever been.
If it wasn't for bad luck,
After the third round, the third round though, he did what I thought he'd probably do, and he fell back to the point where he would have needed just a spectacular round to do it, and he fell back to even after being minus 5, I think.
McGuinness taking
But
aim
at one point in the final
here.
round, DeChambeau was in the lead by 1 at minus 5. Now it's funny.
This one will have the hole.
Well, it wasn't funny, but
Nothing wrong with that par.
he was plus 2 after the first round, got it back to even after the second round, went to minus 3 after the third, I mean. Then in the fourth round, got it to minus 5.
4 is a bit of a rip.
He ended his final round, or he ended the tournament at plus 3. So he ended.
That's right.
After being 5 under, he played the next, I think it was 4 or 5 holes 8 over. Which is crazy. When he was up there at number 1, I was like, wow. Alright, let's go. Back-to-back US Opens in the same year. That'd be funny. No one's ever done that. What's up with this dude's arms? My god, I don't think they finished a texture or something. They just left it like that. Wow, that's wildly left. But,
He found the rough.
see, Morikawa was in it for a little bit until he kind of fell back as well.
Well, this one had a real chance of going in the hole.
Then who it was looking like was gonna just kind of run away with it. Or
McGinnis
maybe
for
not run
birdie.
away, but he was the most likely winner. Was
That's your
Louis
birdie.
Oosthuizen. No, he was -5, and it wasn't really looking like he was going to be making
This
huge
putt will half the
mistakes or
hole.
anything, you know.
Sinks the
But I
birdie
think
putt.
he ended with he made 2 bogeys and then he made 1 bogey, needing
Five is
an
the
eagle on the
hardest-
last hole, par 5, but not getting it, getting a birdie. Wow, I thought that was, oh my god. Why did I go for that, knowing that I had that challenge up? Alright, Chad McGinnis, or Ted Underwood, as the commentators like to call you. Let's go again. Dang it, man. I'm so stupid. But John Rahm, who
Good afternoon, everyone.
Ladies and
honestly,
gentlemen,
he was
please
probably
welcome
the one
our
that
next
deserved it the
golfer
most
to the tee.
because of what happened to him at the Memorial Tournaments, where after the 3rd round he was leading by 6 shots,
Welcome our next golfer to
and
the
then
tee.
it got back to him that he had COVID, which he could have maybe just played alone, you know, but
Not too bad.
whatever.
But it's in the first cut.
I mean, the dude was leading by 6 shots. He was all but guaranteed to win that one. And then, boom, he came back and won
Get
the
out your
U.S.
pooper
Open. So
scooper. This
that
is
was-
in deep doo
it was good to see someone who, after what happened, really kind of, he deserved that win.
Looking to walk away with birdie on this hole.
Oh my god. Well, it won this hole. Okay,
What was
never mind.
that?
That's that. I won this hole and the next one last time, but I won't this time. But never mind. This dude and his weird arms
This is no time to miss. This putt's for the hole.
missed that short putt.
The only real threat at the second.
Wow, that didn't end up
Well, it's
like
okay.
it did last
Not
time.
brilliant, but okay. At least
Did I
we're
put
dancing.
power on it last time? Probably. Anyway, I don't think I'll be doing without a net challenge
It
anymore.
just
Oh
wouldn't
my
stay
god.
down.
That's like 3
And
times that
versus
I've lost
par.
because of it. Just because I forgot that I had put it on. And I was
This
like,
one for
oh,
a half.
whatever. And it just went for it and
Got it up and down for par.
oh, dang it. Well, that's different than last time. Last time I birdied it and won the hole.
The fun starts here.
And then Paul Casey actually looked like he could start making a run on the final day as well. But then, like, most of everybody, the final 6 holes, I want to say, like, everybody except for Rahm just started hitting bad
Not
shots,
exactly in the fairway here.
bogeys, doubles. It was insane. I don't know what was going on.
This is what happens when a golfer loses focus.
Not over
What the?
there.
I put power on that and it still doesn't even make it past the freaking rough.
Lucky break here, sitting up nicely, and the rough shouldn't have too much effect.
Come on!
This is a bogey attempt. Straight as an arrow, I'd say.
Solid par.
And then, the biggest reason I haven't had time to really do too many of these videos, I've had tournaments and just family stuff.
4 is a bit of...
And played in a tournament this past weekend. And it was me, my dad, his boss, and his boss's son-in-law. Son-in-law was same exact age as me, and he's pretty good as well.
Some kind of a howitzer.
We've always wanted
It's
to play
like
with each other.
300
We've
yards to
always
fly.
pretty much just played in tournaments separately. But this time we got to play with
Got
each
his
other.
work cut
So
out for him from here.
we drove it. It was actually really funny. The exact same
It is indeed
distance
rough,
on
but
like
it could
2
be
or
much
3
worse.
holes. We were only like a foot difference and only like 10 feet apart. So that was pretty funny.
This one looks good.
In both holes we had drove it like 300 or 290, something like that. Because it was pretty,
Chad
the
McGinnis
fairways were pretty
looking to
dry out
birdie
there,
here.
so they were rolling pretty good.
Just keep on
And
drinking.
the tournaments we play in, they're a foursome, and they usually have, you know,
That's right.
special kind of rules or whatever. You pay the entry fee, and you get, each person got one, what would be like red or green tees, which
5
are the
is
closest
hardest par,
tees.
3
So we had 4 a group. Can't even risk it.
This could make things
Um,
interesting.
Then you have 2 mulligans per person, which makes it, you know, pretty interesting. You have to figure out when to use your mulligans, when to use your red
Let's
tees.
see how he plays
That was
it out
only
of the
3
rough.
par 5s. Now every par 5 was only, 2 of them were 305, and another one was only
Looks playable from
295.
here.
So we both took one from a par 5.
close.
Par 5 that we played on was the first hole. It was hole number 8. That was the first one we played on. So I took that one.
This for
I was like,
half.
guys,
Well, this one was stone.
because they don't. There's not even a range at this course for some reason. They have a good practice area, but no range. And I was like, I don't know how
This
good I'm gonna
tee
do
shot.
without hitting the range. But I hit it, and it was perfect. About, we were 30, maybe not even that far. Let's say 25 yards away from the hole. Now here's the funny thing. 3 of us drove it just about perfect all day. I mean, if it was a driving accuracy
He hit it here,
competition,
and now he has
would
to
have won
deal with
hands
it.
down. But what we couldn't do was
That's
pitch
right.
it between
What did
30
your mom say?
and
If you don't
60
have anything
yards.
nice to say, don't say anything.
We couldn't do anything. We couldn't make putts. So
This one needs to cover a lot of distance.
oh no, this is all 18. God dang it.
7 is where everybody...
Well, looks like we'll probably only get to do 2 of the people in this video. Oh, get over that, please. Wow, I was worried about that. But yeah, we could not make a putt to save our life. I think my dad made 2 long ones, and then his boss made
It's really buried in the sand.
2 pretty good ones as well. But that's pretty much it. Everything else was probably under 8 feet. We did eagle one of the par fives because, like I said, we got really close, made a putt, or chipped in a putt.
Come on!
Get out your binoculars.
Luckily,
It's a
no
long way to the
bogeys.
hole.
Which, if you bogey in a 4-man thing, you really played that hole bad. Wow,
Got away
really?
from him a bit. Well, more than a bit actually.
Yeah.
It's in deep rough.
Oh my god, that dude's face. But one of the holes was a
Pretty
par
easy
4.
shot here.
I had
Don't
driven
know
it. I'm gonna hit the tree, so I'm going to go with. Oh, I didn't hit the tree. Whoops. Didn't need all that power. I thought for sure I was hitting that freaking tree, man. Well, we tie, I guess. I played this
Just to
hole like a
drain this
turd.
bogey putt. There are worse things than a bogey here. I just can't think of what one.
But it was 380
This to have the hole.
something, 390 something, no, 385 yards.
Needs to
I drove
really
it.
regroup after that
It was a little bit down, then uphill. And we were about 78 yards to the pin, but it was
You get a
uphill.
breather
So
at
like,
me.
you want to hit it about 85 because everything was kind of sticking on the green. So I was the
Well, here?
last one to go. Yeah, and I said 85 yards. That should be, and it's uphill. That should be pretty much a full loft wedge.
Looks like it could be in trouble, Mr. McCord.
It was like my loft wedge might go a little bit further, if anything. And it was, again, uphill, so you couldn't
About
see the
100
hole. You
yards
could
to
see
flag.
about half of the flag stick. And remember, none of us are hitting our wedges any good at all. To this point, we haven't hit a good one.
You should have a decent shot from here.
I hit it, take a full loft wedge. It lands before the hole,
That's in the hole.
and we see it take a hop, and then we don't see it again. So we're like, that has to be close. It's gotta be within 3 feet. So we
Nine
drive up.
asks you to make
I don't see it on the green, so I'm like, oh my god. Of course, it goes too far and it's in a bunker. There's a bunker literally 5 foot off the green. I was like, it's in the bunker. And my dad's like, no, it's not in the bunker. I was like, well, I guess we can check the hole. You know, because every time you can't find your ball, you gotta check the hole. And where was it? In the hole. So the first time I'd ever chipped in for more than like 30 yards. And it was a full shot I had taken, so it was
About 140 left
awesome.
here.
I wish I had gotten it on. Wish I'd been recording it or something. Oh, that's way too far.
Get down! Get down!
And everybody was just like, yeah! High fives going around.
This is
It
where
was a good
solid
day.
putting game comes into play.
And the divot was literally just a couple of feet before the hole, so it had to have hit and then jumped right in.
Not a difficult putt by any means.
Oh yeah. But we ended at a 61, which was minus 10 because it was a par 71. And there was a group in front of us. And my dad's boss knew, I think, 2 of them. So on a par 5, on their second shot, they had shanked every single one. 3 went into the right woods, and 1 went into the left woods. 1 or 2 of them took a mulligan, and they all went into the woods again. Them and 2 other groups
Let's see what happens on this expedition.
came in with a 60. Yeah, there's no way for me to stop that thing. Came with a 61 better than us. And we were just like, BS. No frickin' way that one group was better than us. Because we had seen a lot of their shots.
will win the hole.
and they weren't hitting them very good. Now, what sucks in these tournaments is it is honor system, so there's nobody out there, you know. They, I watched you take a 6 on that hole and you wrote down a 4, I saw.
11 is a fun.
But, you know, came in 4th, which, honestly, is the first time in probably 10 years that we haven't come at least in a podium finish, you know, first, second, or third.
I think old stripy head cover might come off here. We're right about, well, it's got to be close to 300 yards.
But besides driving, none of us were on our game that day. It's like, our iron play was good, but it was super rare when we got to use them because, you know, we were driving them so far that we were just using,
Stay out of.
you know, little pitches, which I guess was the wrong thing to do.
Oh, it hit the
That's how
pin.
you do it. We won. Fantasy Course Central Park. Oh, so Central Park is introduced in this one. Okay. See, I remember it from 07. That's the one course that I really remember because you play John Daly on it. Alright, Rose Carpenter. But overall, we all had a great time.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm your...
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next golfer to the tee.
But it's the truth. I cannot tell you when I have driven it better.
Rose Carpenter.
Only 2 drives, well, you could even consider a bad drive, and they still were in the fairway. They just, you know, was a big left to right, or I guess you could say a
In the
slice.
spinach here.
Um,
Yummy.
But they were still ones that we used.
Come on, get on the dance floor. Get on.
And for me, with the driver and the woods, because the woods, I've just been awful with. It's all about comfort. Feeling comfortable. Whoops. Didn't mean to replay that. Hit it
Needs to
absolutely.
drain this for par.
As far,
Nice par.
as far as that went past the hole, there's no way it wouldn't have without going in.
This one for a half.
You know, it's a lot of people are like, wait, you're supposed to do this
The shortest
in order
par
to
four
hit
on
this shot or whatever, and that's how some of them have to do it. But I have an odd, I don't want to say it's odd, but it's definitely not the preferred setup with your driver and your woods. But I have to do it in order to hit a good shot because I'm just more comfortable that way.
This could make things interesting.
Elevated green, Gary. At least one club more.
Nah. We'll just go with a little bit of power. Wow. Didn't need that.
A birdie will help here. It usually does.
Look. It said
If you're
like
in heavy woods
78%.
like this, you can safely say you're either
There's no
officially
way I even
struggling
went
or officially
60%.
hunting. From what I can tell, it looks like a ladybug too. At least that's what's crawling on it. This stuff's so thick and deep. Ooh, not a good on this putt.
And that one showed break, but it was straight.
A nice recovery for par.
Yeah, she won the hole, whatever. If I hadn't have freaking done the without a net thing
This par 3.
with my first round.
Shanked this one. Whew. And it's in the rough.
Shanked it. And somehow
David,
it's
grab your
30
bucket.
yards
We're off to the
short
beach.
of where it should have landed.
Be the number. Be the number.
If it's challenge you're looking for, you've got it right here. McCord, this is a horrible lie. It's the kind of thing I'd wish on you.
Well, this one's pretty stock here.
Why do I
Good
keep
stroke on it. Got a good chance of
replaying
making
it?
it.
I don't know. He's 2 up. Because I can't even make a par.
The most picturesque.
It's weird though, I honestly thought that 06... I knew, you know, 3, 4, and 5. I like those better. But as of right now, honestly, I really don't like 06 that much. And I think it's because they, for the time, they tried to do too much. And they weren't able to properly do
Now's
it.
the time to attack
Like the
this
ball
slope of
lie
driver.
and all that kind of thing. Like, it doesn't work that well when your person swings. It looks worse than it did in 2002,
There's
and
a
this
lot
is
of
4
green
years
here.
later. The putting is the worst it's
Rose
been
Carpenter
in the
for a
game.
birdie.
No, I think this is the first one that doesn't tell you, like, move it here and
Nicely
here.
Played.
But they didn't implement
Should be able to make
the...
birdie here.
You know, the percentages good at all. It'll say move it to 80% if you're aiming
The
a
tee
foot
shot is a
below the
classic.
hole. You do that and you hit it 60% like on some of my putts, and it still goes 20 feet past the hole. Or something like this. You hit a drive that says you should carry at 260. I put power on it,
A little beach
and it only
volleyball,
carries 230 and doesn't get over anything. Like, I would have had to aim as far left as you could to get into the fairway, and even then I might not have made it.
This is why it's called a sand trap. Get it, McCord? A trap? Who writes this stuff?
So the whole 20th century, 19th century thing where you're going to different
I can
eras.
think of better
I like
places
that.
I'd
That's
rather
pretty cool.
be. Maui would be nice.
Maui would be nice, but a lot of the implements they put in with the swing and the way everything reacts, the physics of the game, just don't work and don't make any sense.
Nice play.
You're in a bad spot here. Good luck.
Ooh, an absolutely perfect shot. Something you're completely unfamiliar with,
The
McCord.
chipping doesn't make any sense, but again, I don't think any of the Tiger Woods games ever got it right.
Unfortunately,
I haven't played
that's a
Roy
bogey.
McIlroy for more than like an hour, so I don't know. I do know 2K21 gets it pretty good. It's not perfect, but they get it pretty good.
Many players will elect.
Come on. Like, every time you hit a drive, it looks like you're hitting a punch shot. They go so incredibly low.
Well, this takes some options out of play for
when you're
sure.
in the when the thing is in the middle of the ball, so it just doesn't make any sense.
Time for a little damage control.
Deep rough, God. Is this the thing I did? Did I do bad lies? It probably is.
I can't see anything. The ball just went in there like a gopher.
So that's my bad.
There's some pressure here to save par.
And it hasn't done it with the
Take
past.
this one to the bank. A
Well,
good
I
stroke
did
of
it
this one
again.
could be made.
The past two characters, but the animations for when they make or miss a putt go on for so long. It's
Tall trees.
very annoying. Like, to get over this, I shouldn't have to put the ball down to get more air. It should get that much air at least on its own. It's just weird.
This is in the sand.
Because if I hadn't have done that, it would have been right where she is, in the bunker.
Is this all you've got? And all your partners got? And, well, you know, we're not getting there.
Like that 3-wood went nowhere in the air.
Come on!
Now that's close. Really close.
No slam dunk here.
Ugh, it's in the hole.
Kinda was. Alright, we get it to 1 up after 6 holes. Or 7. 7
An
holes.
elevated tee.
Oh yeah, this is headed for the green.
Hitting the tree helped her. Okay.
Looking at a big birdie putt here.
Ah,
I thought it was going in. Gets his par.
I love this game.
This one to have the hole.
There we go, back to back. We're going back to back. I heard that somewhere.
An errant
I don't
shot.
know what it's from though.
Anyone for a little spinach salad with a balada balsamic vinaigrette?
Sounds gross, buddy.
Well, wandered around a while, but finally found the rough. Well, again, this is a nice lie. If you happen to be a sheep.
From this distance, anything can happen.
It's in!
Like it going in the hole. Man, we've been playing so badly too. We've gone 9 holes in our meter. I think it's only at like half.
This fairway.
It's a little more than half. That's how badly we've been playing. Barely make it to the fairway.
She didn't do herself any
Okay, that's the
favors.
furthest she's driven it.
This ball's in the
If I was
rough.
gonna be in the rough, I would have just hit 3-wood, I guess.
Ooh, an absolutely perfect shot. Something you're completely unfamiliar with, McCord.
Ooh.
Where's the break?
Oh, you didn't hit it hard enough. See.
Bogeyed the hole. I'd say that's lack of concentration. This is a meaningful putt for the hole.
Takes.
The drive to a blind fairway requires...
That's right.
Downhill. Oh, went left.
Well, we're gonna be putting, so it's not a bad shot.
Dead on.
Wow. Okay.
This to have the hole.
This'll break right. I'm certain of that.
But not that much.
The longest par...
I like how she had no
no.
game break. It's went
Anywhere
up
but
halfway
here.
because she's on one hole. We've been winning the holes since the whatever
Trouble.
now. God
You'll
dang
get
it.
your money's worth playing
It's
it
gonna
out
go
of
down
here.
now.
They don't call it rough for nothing.
But we've been past half for the longest time and haven't been able to get it there.
That'll do it.
About 110 yards to the hole here, Gary.
Right.
Ah,
If this one goes in, it's par. Ooh, a terrific par save.
This putt to have the hole.
That's gonna hurt.
Alright. Win the next and then we either win or tie.
The second and...
This one's heading right, but it might hold the fairway.
Because I think we still have to do challenges to unlock Arnold Palmer. And if we do, we'll do the challenges in this video, and then in the next one we'll do Arnold
This
Palmer.
should do the trick. Well, looks like we might be hitting it twice at least before we get on the putting green. Come on,
Dang it.
give me a call when you get
Try to get the ball to go down so we get enough height to get over that, because somehow a 3-wood can't carry 195 yards. Mine can, and I don't even hit it that far.
Hope you don't mind a little sand in your shorts.
Oh, she might win this
Oh,
one.
this isn't pretty. Really dug in deep. Nothing to work with.
Normally when you blast it out like that, it rolls.
Oh, it hit the pin.
No chance.
Okay. Gotta win the next.
Possibly the easiest.
God, left. See, whenever I try to put the ball down, just way the hell left. So it's like, I don't know.
That's a good shot. Well, I think we're going to need a claim check to recover this one.
Be the stick. Be the stick.
All right, deep rough
Rose
and went
Carpenter for
the
bird.
full yardage. Makes sense, you know. What?
Needs to roll this one in for par.
Happy to escape with a par there.
I'd like her to miss, so that I win.
This putt'll half the hole.
A two-putt par.
Hardest hole in the course, a 478 yard power.
This drive must.
David, here's a good-looking shot.
Whoa, a little over 230 yards, a very difficult shot.
Yep, I can't make it there, so.
Ah, it's in the sand.
It was uphill 30 feet. I didn't hit it full, yet it flew further than the full yardage. Little weird.
Looking good there, and I'm not talking about you, McCord.
I was scared to hit it.
This putt's for par.
Because whenever it says hit it, you know,
I don't think so.
84%, I can hit it 60
That's
and
a
it just
costly
blows
bogey.
by the hole.
This for the match.
What? Whatever. And this is the reason that I kind of don't like 06 now.
This hole begins.
So many of the game mechanics don't really make that much sense.
Grab the machete. It's time to see if we can find our way home.
Just a little over 200 to the stick.
Still somehow doesn't fly it. It's downhill. Flying it to the yardage it says is on the green. This is 15 yards short of that.
I know it's in there somewhere.
God.
Come on.
Carpenter for a par.
That putt should have gone in.
A bogey there. That hurts. And now a chance to win the match.
Now, you've been challenged by Tiger. Par 4 skills in different courses from around the world. But yeah, Arnold Palmer's not unlocked. By earning a rank of 40, get putting and spin to level 6 and win 4 challenges from the messenger. Okay, I think we have to win the challenges. Rose Carpenter can actually beat us. Alright, we'll do this. I was gonna say it's only a pitch. Or it's only 50 yards. 3.9 yards. We can just put more power on that, I think. Oh, this is light rough now. One yard. Oh, that was worse. 2.3. I think we have to do 4 of these. And I'm not really too fond of these either. I don't know, they're just not the challenges in 05 where you had the legend challenges and stuff. Those were a lot better because unless you were challenging the legends themselves, you were doing these cool little things that was like you're +2, get back to -4. You know, it was something kind of cool like that. And fun, not so you can get it closest from the rough. You have 3, wow. You have 3 chances, but you have to do it like 4 times. And it's just like, but that's boring and takes a long time. Alright, so say none of us have even gotten it on the green. I'll probably lose this one because I don't think I've gotten it closer. Yeah. Yeah, my best was my first one. Okay. Medium rough, and it goes the distance it says if it was normal. .6. That's the best so far. Okay. How was that one further? Whatever. I forgot that I saw at the last second it said medium instead of light, so And he wins. Alright guys, I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna do these challenges off screen because I find them so freaking boring. But I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day and I'll see you. Bye.